You go down. See, Cuddles. See, big dog. Big dog. I got you. I'm a fan. We got to add their supplement. Son of a gun. Been drinking water this whole time too. He dumped your head some that small. I think some of you are light on niacin. Don't have a stir, so this French will do. I screwed up. I know I screwed up. Sorry, sorry. Well, big dog. I know you want to stick your whole face in there. It's just it's just thank you. Can I get the fingers? No, no. one. I think today was a pretty solid day today. So today was a pretty solid day. Uh, so we had 2.5 dozen eggs because I got two eggs up at the house from the ducks up there. So 10 duck eggs, the rest chicken eggs. One couple broken ones. It looks like. There you go. Uh-oh. Of course. It hasn't rained all day. It rains now. Just the way it goes, I guess, huh? There you go. A double rainbow. How about that? All the way around. That's kinda cool. Don't see that all the time. Double rainbow. It's a double rainbow. Oh, wait. If I can see it, it's definitely got to be brighter. Look at that. Uh, Fading. Give me back to the double rainbow. That first one's super bright now. Double rainbow is more powerful over there. Much brighter contrast. What about over here using the iPhone? Eh, definitely not as bright, but you're definitely starting to see the colors of the double rainbow. Definitely don't see the double rainbow every day. Sun's setting right now. I have a feeling that's why we're starting to see a lot of these cool colors. But yeah, double rainbow. Take us back to the old internet days. A double rainbow. A double rain. It's out here living their best duck life. Yeah. I just can't believe this double rainbow has lasted this long. It's pretty cool. I'll take it. Nice little afternoon sprinkle. Yeah. The double rainbow is definitely more powerful to the northeast. Super cool. Glad y'all got to see it with me. Double rainbow. What's up, quackers? Oh, the double rainbow's starting to go away. Yeah, can't see. It's getting harder to see. The rain's slowing down a little bit. That fine mist to make that double rainbow. Pretty cool. Pull it up. Yeah. Very, very bright first rainbow. Double rainbow starting to fade, but it is cool. You can definitely see it a little bit better on the phone. Very cool. Big old double rainbow. Just a gentle rainstorm creating a beautiful, beautiful afternoon rainbow. Creating a nice, beautiful the double rainbow starting to fade. Got a little bit left of the big rainbow. I hear the rain slowing down. I bet we're gonna start to lose our big, beautiful rainbow, and the double rainbow is probably gonna fade. Cool beans. Slightly, can very slightly see still the double rainbow, but we're just down to the single. Enjoy it while it lasts, folks. We don't see rainbows all the time. Very beautiful. Can faintly see the double rainbow. Not much though. It's just about gone. So we'll just enjoy the main rainbow while we can enjoy the animal ASMR. That's nice. Here, pull it out. Good boy. Wow. It's still bumping. Look at that. You got the whole some rain. So that's pretty powerful. This whole storm is still going. Definitely to the east of me. It's definitely refracting off the sunlight. Still, this has been like a easily 30-minute rainbow session and a double rainbow. That's just so cool. Just started raining. We haven't had rain all day. Of course, it would start raining while I'm out here trying to feed all of them, but at least the view's pretty cool. You know, that's pretty neat. It's pretty powerful over there. At the peak, it's not so good, but the northeast and south, it looks really good. Just enjoy nature for what it's worth. A lot going on in the world today. Nice gentle rainstorm. Hey everybody, thanks for joining. Got a little rainstorm going on and a rainbow in the background. Not a soaker by any means, but definitely enough to water all the plants in the gardens, give everything a nice drink. I was really hoping we were going to get like 2 inches plus of rain. Some places have just been getting hammered. We're under a flood watch. We're supposed to get so much rain right now. We haven't had a drop all day, but it's been raining for the last like 30 minutes. Not a soaker, just a nice, gentle rain. I was really hoping we're at the 2 inches because I got a pond that all the animals swim in. I was hoping to get some more water. Like, here they come. Here comes the crew coming on up from the pond. One of my other flocks. Hope everyone's having a good day. Thanks for joining us at the farm. Those just stopping in. We've got a. What is wrong with them? So that's my goose we've adopted. We rescued him. He's always had a hurt or a tender left leg. I don't know if he was born that way or what, but he is definitely not putting weight on it. I checked him over the other day. He doesn't have like bumblefoot or anything like that. He just tweaked it the wrong way and re-aggravated his old football injury. His hawk is exceptionally large as well. So I don't know. He just needs to slow down. I don't know. This has easily been 30 plus minute rainbow and double rainbow. The double rainbow's tough to see with the camera, but just a good country afternoon down on the farm. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Enjoy some animals, beautiful animals, my birdies. Double rainbow! Been going on for like 40 minutes. Boomer, stay. Uh-oh. There's no music. I just sit out here and enjoy the peace and quiet of the animals making all their animal sounds. That's it. Looks like the rainstorm's finishing up. We lost the double rainbow, and I can see the main one fading now. That was, I'm gonna have to look back, but I think that was a 40-minute solid rainbow, double rainbow action. Very cool. Very cool. What's up? Good evening. Just relaxing as this rainstorm rolls in and out. It was a good garden soaker. That's all it really was. Watered the gardens and flowers. That works for me. Yeah, I think I've got like another 15 or 20 minutes of sunlight, and then we'll be done. It is definitely crazy how you can live in one place. It's so dark by you, the sun is setting here, and then somewhere else the sun is rising. You'd think with the color of the sky, we'd be gearing up for a tornado. It looks a little funky, but we just had a bunch of rain, and then it had a rainbow and a double rainbow, so that was cool. Don't get to see that every day. Right? Closer to the equator, a little bit more sunlight. Tell them, girlfriend. Yeah, I think right now Chicagoland gets a little bit more sunlight and a little bit longer daylight than we do. And we're only 400 miles south of Chicagoland. But I know our daylight, and then it starts to flip flop. Yeah, it absolutely is very far east. I think if I lived in Massachusetts, I'd enjoy it. I don't think I would enjoy your winters though. After moving further south to the central Midwest, the heartland, I really enjoy not having to shovel snow all the time. Though the past couple of years have been a little funky, where we have gotten more snow than Chicago. So that's been interesting. But the times we have gotten snow, it's been like 6 inches, 8 inches, a foot, and then it just sits here for a week, and then they compound it with an ice storm. That's the only thing that I think I've had to adjust to growing up in the Chicagoland area. Like driving in the snow, no problem. Driving in ice, there's not much you can do. That's awesome. Make money off the misery. Absolutely. Yeah, I think up north there wasn't many in Chicagoland. There was not many opportunities to plow at all last year. Maybe two or three. So a lot of people did not get that because you're probably in that range that a lot of people will plow and cut grass, so they're always a little weather dependent. At least, and I know in our area, a lot of people will cut grass and then have contracts and plow on the side. Some of our neighbors, when being in a rural area, we're the last people to get our roads even plowed at all. So a lot of it is the farmers, the big ag farmers. I'm not big ag by any means. They'll uh they'll bust out their tractors, some of their bigger tractors, and they'll just go up and down the road real quick. They'll definitely try to hit everyone's driveways. Wow, that's a lot of snow. There's a lot of money to be made there. 100 inches. Jeez. What's that like? 60 and 60 is 120. That's 10 feet. So what's that like 8 feet of snow? 12, 20, 7.5. That's a lot of snow. Yeah, that's probably one of the positives to everyone who lives in snow areas. There's a lot of infrastructure there to handle a snow load like that. I know when living in the Chicagoland area, you obviously had that was a priority. In Southern Illinois, it's not. It is a priority for the main roads. Like if you can get to a main road, there's a strong chance you can make it to whatever you need to do if there's an emergency. But every back road, they just don't have the infrastructure or the plow trucks or the salt areas to do that. No, yeah, no, I understand that. But for a whole season, 7.5 inches of snow, that's a lot. Yeah, I know in our area, if we even get 6 inches of snow, there's a high likelihood we're not like school's canceled. We could get a tenth of an inch of ice, school's canceled. Like just school will be canceled every day till the ice melts. And that happened to us last year. We were out of school. We had almost an inch of ice. It destroyed our area. They had to call in all the emergency crews. Some people were without power for up to 10 days. It was wild. Absolutely wild. That's one of the reasons I invested in a generator. But even then, I can only hold so much fuel. I think my generator, yeah, we had five. We had 5 days off this year for snow days. It's just because we're not built for it. It was snow and ice. Snow days in Chicagoland area, it's very rare. Like you better dump if you're gonna have a snow day. They just have the infrastructure and the manpower behind it to keep rolling. Sun's about to set. We're about done with the light. Pretty soon we'll put everyone to bed, and I'll go back to watching whatever sports program is on. I think tonight is the NBA Finals. The other night was hockey. That last hockey game, I couldn't. Man, I made it to double overtime. I could not stay up to watch double overtime. I was gassed. Really? You're paying for going live, but I wanted to fill the water for the checklist left, I guess. So, what was their rationale for doing that? Did they say you were negligent? That's really interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing when going live. Granted, my kids are older. It's really interesting. Okay, now we all know. I'm sorry to hear that. Now we all know. Don't do that next time, real quick. Oh, lightning! How wonderful. I learned something new today. Thank you for thank you for informing me of that. I didn't know that. Well, that that's just their software running. That's wild. And that's the biggest problem with all this AI and software is it makes so many errors. It's like I stepped on a screen for 2 minutes. It's not like I left. You could hear, in your case especially, you figure when that would have happened. Wow. But you'd figure when that would have happened, it would have been flagged for some kind of manual review, and someone could have easily have seen you stepped off and came back. It's not like you left them there intentionally. Yeah, there's no malice behind what you did. Some of these things blow my mind. Like, see, you get in trouble for something like that, but yet I log in and I look at the different platforms I'm associated with, and they'll tell me, "Hey, want to let you know there have been 300 videos of yours today that have been uploaded by other people." Okay, why didn't you stop them? Why didn't you stop them from uploading all of my videos? Oh, you guys are talking a lot today. So I'm with you. I think a lot of that is nonsense. I don't understand how you can do that and be professional about it. But yet, hey, people can take all my videos, run them through these downloader programs, and then upload them without watermarks. I'm aware of them, but you know, if they're going to invest all this time in into stuff like that, why don't you just pay me when people upload my videos? The same way there's music infringement. Why don't you just give me my original content that they all stole and we can move on with life? I think some of this is a joke on why they do that. I suppose I've got a couple turkeys who's out. I got two turkeys out right now. I've got four of them. Looks like the other two went to bed already. Yeah, I just think that's completely stupid. Not many Snicky snacks left. Got maybe a couple handfuls, then we'll be putting these turkeys to bed. A little surprised all my solar lighting has turned on. A couple of my minor solar lighting is turned on. My big one is not turned on yet. I appreciate it, William. Yes, we have been blessed with some good weather, some good rain. Some good weather, some good rain. We've got a lot of green in the foreground there between those cedar trees and my maple trees. That would be my I plant sunflowers. I think that's like 2 acres, and I got another quarter of an acre up here. A lot of sunflowers. Last fall we planted a bumper crop of purple top turnips. If I decide to mow, finish cut mow my whole property, it probably takes me, I don't know, 8 hours. It's a full shift. And I don't get up. If I'm mowing my whole property, it easily takes me 8 hours. I have a Gravely Pro Turn 260, one of the commercial grade ones, and I'll fill up both sides of that. And I think that's like 10 or 11 gallons of fuel, maybe, maybe 12. And it'll take every bit of that. So, and that's if I mow everything. But lately I've been getting to the point to where I've been planting more and more stuff, so I have less and less to cut. It's been a good solution to mowing. So I've been focusing on planting food plots. I've been trying to focus on crop rotation. So last fall ish, we planted purple top turnips, and that was a bumper crop. I planted it right before we went into a drought. And what was interesting is that because it was a low lying area, a lot of the groundwater, anytime anything happened, would go there. And I was one of the only places in our village that had like amazing. It was really nice because a lot of the neighbors would stop by and were like, "What are you going to do with 3 acres of turnips?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I'm not going to do anything. If you want them, go dig them up." So we had a lot of the neighbors filling up 5-gallon buckets full of turnips, and they were eating the turnips. And then a lot of people had like rabbits and small other kind of games, so they'd come and cut off the fresh leafy greens for them. So, and then other than that, the deer had a giant buffet of turnips for them to all eat. And then when it was done, one of my older neighbors came by, and he's like, "You want me to till this all up?" I said, "Get after it." So he tilled up all the turnips and everything, and now we got sunflowers. So they seem to be two good plants to plant back to back because the turnips have a long taproot and they bring up a lot of nitrogen. And I just let everything, whatever didn't happen. I just let it all sit there and decay. So it probably brought up some nitrogen and good compost as it was breaking down. Now I got the sunflowers in there. Maybe I don't plant anything. But yeah, it easily takes me 8 hours to mow this whole property. If the grass is dry, I will definitely start at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning and finish by 4 or 5. and that's me just sitting on that thing nonstop. So pretty much I'll fuel it up knowing I'm gonna do that the night before, and then I'll just get after it. But typically my pasture side, I mow that like every couple weeks. Yeah, exactly, William. Yep, they're pretty much like a potato. Some of my neighbors were like, "We grew up on these. These are poor man's potato." I was like, "Whatever, get after it." I've never had a turnip. I probably should have. I had some turnips that were coming out looking like basketballs. They were enormous. I was shocked. They were every bit of 7-pound turnips. I don't think I've spent 8 hours on a mower total in my life. I think my zero turn after living out here for this decade, I bought it when I bought it the second year we moved in because the mower we had just wasn't cutting it. Literally. It was a smaller designed for an acre or two. I don't know. I didn't know much then what I know now. Um, yeah, I definitely upgraded to a commercial grade lawnmower. I think I'm up to like, I don't know, 8 or 900 hours. I easily because I've decided to plant more and mow less. Man, I had no doubt I was averaging, I don't know, maybe 100 to 200 hours of mowing every year, and that was and it's really high because that was before I decided to start planting stuff. If I do, I used yeah. So that's the one thing I don't have. I do not have a tractor. That's one of the reasons I finish mow everything. I'm super blessed with awesome neighbors. They allow me to take their tractors whenever I need them, but at some point I want to get my own. But a lot of them grew up out here in rural America. I didn't, so it's just I can't catch up to things that they have because some of the people have like grandpa's tractor, dad's tractor, so they're just so far ahead of me. Different generations have made different investments. I would love to get a tractor because then I would definitely probably go to some of my parcels and mow. Um, I would probably bush hog a lot more than I do now. I've got a 63-inch skag and a little more than an acre of grass, and it gets cut once a year, and not by me. Yeah, yeah. I don't have a lot of woods. Our house was built on 15 acres of pasture land, and all these trees and stuff you see in the foreground are what's kind of grown over the last, I don't know, 15 or 20 years. Before, when the previous people bought it in the late 80s, they used to come out and do what only chicken fans was talking about. Somebody would come out once a year and bush hog the whole property just to maintain it. So if you wanted to, you could turn it right back into agriculture. And then this property got sold, I don't know, two or three times before us. And I think the second, not the previous owners that sold us this property, but the owners before them, they just let it all go. And I think what's amazing is that in 15 years, to see how big a lot of these silver maples and cedar trees, how quick they've grown, how quick the silver maples in 15 years have grown and started to take over everything. And that's one of the reasons I feel a little bit more obligated to mow is just to stop the trees from growing and taking over. Oh, yeah. I don't even have that, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That's a cool too. Yeah, I looked into getting something like that because I know if I had some kind of a brush cutter like that, I would easily go cut my pasture side, and I've got another parcel on the side of a creek. I would probably use that, let it go for a month, go over there, bush hog it, knock it down. I have no doubt it's super cool. There's a lot of neat things. I'd like to just get a tractor so I don't have to, even though my neighbors are awesome and they tell me I can borrow their tractors anytime. Or sometimes we have some retired people in the neighborhood and they know I don't have a tractor. And one day I'll just wake up and everything is all because they're up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm still sleeping. They're awesome. I posted a video of it. My neighbor just showed up one day. It was like, I'm gonna start tilling your field for you. I was like, and I was cutting the grass. It was one of my big cutting days, and Joel was like, "Yep, I'm gonna do this right now." It's like, "All right, I'm gonna go buy sunflowers or whatever," and I just walked around broadcasting it. Yeah, my neighbor has a skid loader. He did that one year. He went and rented a bush hog, and he put it on the front of his skid loader. It worked out, that's for sure. But he just recently bought a tractor, and it's been good to kind of judge off of the. My neighbor's got a um, Kubota, and he just bought a you know he just got an older John Deere, and I think they're all like 25 horsepower stuff. So it's 25, 30 horsepower. So they do a really good job at doing everything that I'm looking at. It's just, man, prices are so crazy right now. I remember when I was looking at a tractor and all this conversation of stuff overseas was about to happen. I was like, man, I don't think I want to be on the hook for a tractor right now. If diesel, because I was gonna buy a diesel tractor, and I was like, I don't think I want to be on the hook right now if diesel goes to like $10 to $12 a gallon. So my neighbor ended up getting one just last fall. I was like, man, well, you let me know when you start bush hogging everything. I think it'd probably be a lot more cost effective for me to chip in for diesel right now than to potentially have a tractor payment. But hey, I do other things for them. Like sometimes they go on vacation, I'll go cut all their grass. So when William was like, "Hey, how long do you cut grass for?" Well, if I cut the whole neighborhoods, I'm sun up to sundown at that point. I'll cut my neighbor's parcel. He'll be gone. I'll just go over there and cut it all. 'Cause that's the last thing you want to worry about is going somewhere, having to do something and being gone for a week. And you're like, man, I gotta cut the grass, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So that's my way of paying it forward. That's my way of paying it forward. I just cut their grass and maintain it while they're gone so that when they come home, they don't have to do anything. They can just relax. So I really appreciate them either doing the work for me or letting me do it myself. Can't think about the cost of fuel. My weekly fuel bill is almost $5,000 right now. Well, yeah, that's that's a tough one to stomach in your industry for sure. I can't even think of what some of the big construction crews down here and the laborers union hires out a lot of guys, and we have some big construction projects going on right now, and I cannot imagine the fuel they're going through with these enormous I felt like some of them are so big. I felt like I was watching Gold Rush with how big some of this machinery has, and they had these big cranes because they're rebuilding all these bridges, and it is wild. I just can't imagine the fuel bill. Yeah, I think we're under 6. I think a gallon of gas just dropped to $4.39 because we got a when it rains, it pours. We got another sick duck that's not eating and was just sitting there. Nothing wrong with her feet. It's the smallest duck I got. I think she's the runt of the litter. So she's in the house right now. I got a duck in the house. So I ran to one of our local feed stores and picked up some cattle B12 because the cattle B12 has a lot of other things in there. It's like a liquid multivitamin. It's yellow. And It's got niacin and the B12. I looked at the rooster booster stuff that they have, but the rooster boosters didn't have it wasn't more of like a multivitamin. Oh, I see that. You finally found ducks for your little girl. You're getting 3 of them. That's awesome. You're gonna enjoy it. They poop a lot. 3 will be easy to manage. Did you manage to buy all girls? All hens? Because the last thing you're gonna want is 3 drakes. Well, if you had a bachelor pad, it wouldn't be horrible. But if you had 2 males and 1 female, that would be horrible. What kind of ducks are you guys getting? I've got all of the Pekin ducks. These are all the Aflac ducks. They'll all be damned. I was super tempted when I went to the farm store today. They had those ducks with the black and the yellow. Dawn uses them in their commercials. I don't know what it is. I'd have to look it up. Cool. So they'll be small ducks. That's awesome. Hey, whatever. 3 free ducks from a school class project. That's awesome. I'd take it. How old are they? Do they need nutrients and niacin and all that stuff? So if you were here earlier, what I was putting in all of my ducks' waters, I think they need a uh and the ducks need extra vitamins that the chickens don't need. So I went to actually I think I have it. I'll show it to you in case you need it. So recently, like when I get my ducks, they need, especially having the big ducks. I bought niacin. Brand is irrelevant, but I put one of these in a gallon. They are, this is what they look like. And then pretty much what I do is I open up the capsule. Uh, I open up the capsule and then dump it into their water. It's niacin. So it's definitely something you should look into depending. Actually, I don't really care the age of them, period, because they're going to be young. So they need that. They can't ever have too much of it. If they have too much, they just urinate it out. So it passes with their stool. But ducks need niacin, especially. I know you're getting call ducks and they're a little smaller, but I know with the Pekin ducks, they require a lot more niacin when they're ducklings. And so one of my easy ways was to put it in their water, uh, so that could be a little bit more efficient. And then, because I bought the powder to sprinkle on there, I just thought it was so wasteful. I just thought it was easier and more cost effective to get the niacin. Let's see here. Have you seen the geese videos with the airplane pilot air traffic control audio? I have not seen that. First time I took niacin, it freaked me out, turned me beet red. Yeah. Oh, okay. So they're if you're getting all babies, yeah, depending on what kind of breed they are, you definitely might want to have something like this on hand. I just gave this to all my ducks in their water. I sprinkled it. I opened the capsules. I put it in there. I put it in there. I actually did it twice in that 1 gallon water, and then I put 4 capsules. I do 1 capsule per gallon, and then I have a 10. I think it's a 10 gallon water, 10 gallon, something like that. I put 4 capsules in there and filled it up 3/4 of the way. So yeah, I've never taken niacin. I just know the ducks need it, and then I just put it. Any of the ducks that are recovering in the garage, I gave it to them. I just know it's something that I give to all of my ducks. The chickens can have it too. They just don't need as much. So, but definitely for these heavier breed ducks, they definitely need more of it. So I don't know, something to consider. Do your research. I'm not a vet, so no. If you look at the bag of all the feeds, there's some level of niacin in there. I just know the bigger breeds need more, so I supplement with this. So if they don't need it for their bodies will just get rid of it. It's like B12. Um, but I'll always put the disclaimer: I'm not a vet, so go ahead and please check with your local vet if you have any concerns and you don't like any of the backyard chicken keeper magic that happens. Looks like we're about ready to wrap her on up. You're my fox vet and don't know it. Pretty much. That's how I've learned a lot of things. And I just try to make I was talking with a lady the other day on TikTok when I was live streaming there. She had a bunch of questions and we just went through it. And I said the same thing. I'm not a vet. Here's what I've done for my flock. I told her you're doing everything I would do. Just keep examining the bird, isolate it, do what you got to do. I've learned a lot from watching videos. I've read a couple books. At some point, things change. There are things I haven't dealt with that sometimes a book won't teach you because you're not looking for it and you don't remember it. But as soon as it happens to you, you definitely remember it. Like even off-label stuff. I've watched a lot of videos about using goat dewormer to deworm your birds. That's pretty common. People will go use Safeguard. It's a goat dewormer, and then they'll just pretty much knock down the dosage. They'll put it in water. Yeah, there's a lot of things. It's a shame that with as popular, at least nowadays, as backyard chicken keeping is, you figure there would be more products available to people to help remedy low grade stuff. And with the fact that there's inequality in access to vets across America, and I understand why they don't do it because um, they don't want to let the public have certain things, and then all of a sudden, magically, it's resistant to whatever that product is, and now we have a bigger problem on hand. Uh, I don't know. I personally am going to build. Uh, my ducks are going to sleep with my chickens. The only people that won't be allowed there will be the geese. I will have the chickens, the ducks, and the turkeys all in one house at night because again, my animals just go in there to sleep and that's it. My geese def till they're not with me anymore. They will be in their own house, or I've contemplated building the geese their own little section in this new barn so I could just have every animal in one section and then I just put the geese in their own little pen because the geese are nasty. My geese, they one of the chickens was in their house and they damn near ate through the back of that girl. So I learned something real quick in that, and it was always give the chickens a space to hide and to get out. So I had hay bales in there at the time because it was wintertime. I pulled all those hay bales forward 6 inches so that they could hide and run around from the geese. Because I didn't, man, her back was bleeding. They ripped out all her feathers. She tucked her head into a corner and had nowhere else to go. Like I was super sad about it. I felt like I failed her, but I learned something. That'll never happen again. So I know I'm going to put all three of these, the ducks, the chickens, and the turkeys all in the same house. Um, I'd love to put the geese in there, but I'll definitely have to section them off and give them their own little like 4x4 area or something because they're just going to sit in there at night. That's awesome. I'm glad you have the hey, if you got access to those tools, yeah. If you can dig yourself out a pond for the ducks, that's awesome because then you can let them free range. My ducks, when I let them out, obviously they're starting to line up right now. But my ducks, when I let them out, they'll come back up here, they'll get a little drink of water, or some of them just head straight to the pond, and then they'll spend the rest of the day down there kind of going back and forth. I could never imagine having my ducks inside a run all day. Their waste is just so powerful. So kudos to you. That's awesome. Dig a nice big pond. I think our pond's like 150 by 150, and I think it's 8 foot deep. And the previous owner stocked it with fish. There's bass in there. There's bluegill. There's some catfish, and it's an awesome investment. Plus, it makes your property look better. Oh, there goes my bottle. Quack, quack. All right, let's put you guys to bed. It look like you're ready to go to bed, anyways. Let's go to bed, guys. Come on. My phone's at 29%. Make this quick. Hi, docs. Thank you to those of you that came in early. I don't have to usher you in now. Oh, perfect. Yeah, whatever. Good enough. As long as they get a chance to swim, that'll be perfect. As long as you don't have to empty it out with water either. Let's go, ducks. Bedtime, amigos. Michael is ready to go. Shower. Go, ducks. Out of there. You're not sleeping in there tonight. I say you need to get your booty out of here. Now, go, amigo. Stop there. Stop. You guys got the pet teeth. Stop here. Yeah, that water's loaded with tides. All right, ducks. Time to hit the sack. Go to bed, amigos. If a look at duck pond at our VA. Yeah, ducks are so beautiful to watch. So much personality. Go to bed. Let's go. Come on, ducks. Let's go. File in. And the last ones. Let's go. What are we waiting for? Be the leaders. You're the OGs of this flock. Come on, let's go. Come on, Cuddles. Let's go. There you go. Senor. Come on. Come on. Turn around. You got this. Gentlemen, you're the last two to get in. Please. I'll help you up, big guy. I got you. I've got you. I've got you. Well, A-okay. Get you. Come on. Come on, big guy. Puddles is our special needs duck for anyone that's watching. He's pigeon-toed. He was born with a heart murmur. So he gets some extra TLC. But I hope everyone has a beautiful night. I'm gonna go inside and shower. I'm happy it's not pouring rain right now like it was earlier. And then I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.